Live from the overpriced suburbs of Burbank, California, it's the Animation Station with Millie Martins.
Hi, y'all. I'm Millie Martins, and welcome to the Animation Station. Today we'll be Oh. Uh-huh. I see. Do we have to? This is kind of the first episode, and I really want to start off on a... Apologies for the interruption, folks. I was just reminded that this week's episode of Animation Station is brought to you by, Mere Cream Facial Cleanser. The only facial cleanser with 0.2% seaborgium. For those hard-to-fight blemishes. Tabs, don't give me that look. Do you know how expensive it is to run this show? Which is why we're so glad the company has supplied us with this brand new monitor. What do you mean, on-air demonstration? If that's what you need, I'm sure I could. Okay, folks, with that out of the way, let's bring out our guest. Creator of the amazing new sci-fi series, LUMI in the Great Big Galaxy, Starteas! Starteas, welcome to the show. LUMI in the Great Big Galaxy is looking pretty great so far, and the character designs are gorgeous. Can you tell us a bit more about the show?
Yeah, of course. LUMI in the Great Big Galaxy is an original animated series about 6 aliens helping a lost star return home, all while dealing with a looming threat that is basically threatening to take over their galaxy.
Oh, I'm excited. How did you come up with the idea for LUMI? I've heard fanfiction and OCs for Wander Over Yonder played a bit of a role in that.
I came up with the idea of LUMI when I was around 13 years old. So little baby Evan, I was very much inspired by Wander Over Yonder, and it really sparked a sort of interest in wanting to make my own cartoon, especially like with aliens. I've always loved space, and it's been like a huge interest growing up. And I believe Futurama was also a major inspiration as well, but Wander was the big main inspiration that really got me into not only the concept in general, but the idea of making my own cartoon.
What makes LUMI such a special character for you?
LUMI is a really special character for me because I created them when I was going through a very hard time in my personal life. They are kind of like, and it kind of sounds cheesy to say, but they are kind of like the light of my life. For that reason alone, they have been through a lot with me every step of the way. And they've kind of just become something outside the character that really means so much to me. Seeing the development, it's really cool to see how much they've grown, and in turn, how many people have been excited for them to become a character from when it was just starting out to what it is right now, currently. It just really does mean a lot to see.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you.
Wait, give me a sec. I'm having a bit of an issue with my toes.
Millie, I think we're on the wrong set.
I was just about to say,
yeah,
right?
No, I think
this is the wrong. Because I didn't recognize.
This is the wrong set. This is
like,
that.
I
think it's from that show. That one set from that show.
Yeah. Well, let's leave before we get sued. Yeah. Hey, let's go. So, what's your fascination with space?
Well, what isn't the fascination with space? I guess it's just always been something that's excited me and made me just wonder what's really out there. And of course, watching Wander while it was premiering did not help at all. It was just kind of really exciting to see how people took the concept or idea of space and changed it to be whatever they wanted it to be. And the same thing can be said for Futurama as well. It was just really interesting, especially with like the really fun designs of Wander and like the planet designs, the character designs, animation. It all just made it feel like so very exciting.
What's your favorite planet in outer space?
I would have to say Saturn. Its rings are very, very interesting to me. I've always kind of had the idea that if LUMI took place in our galaxy, Saturn would be like a roller rink or something. I always thought it'd be cute to just be kind of like skating across the rings and then just going back up to Saturn's like little hub for drinks and all that.
Yeah. Saturn is a cool planet. I think my favorite planet is... Have you ever heard of that one? It's kind of obscure. Pretty deep cut.
No, never heard of it.
All right. There are a lot of themes regarding friendship in LUMI. Do you think friends should support your choices, even if they're a tad bit reckless?
Yeah, I think friends should support your choices, no matter how ridiculous or out there they are, and I'm very grateful to have friends who have supported me all throughout when LUMI was just a silly little idea to a webcomic to what it is now. As long as your friends are with you every step of the way, then the journey is what matters. Or something cheesy like that, I don't know.
Cheesy is good. Well said. We all know money is a pretty big hurdle to get over in indie animation. How do you deal with raising funds for LUMI?
Well, when the Kickstarter first started out, I was under the assumption that you could just kind of do it. I had seen many projects over the indie sphere that have been like very inspirational, but what I unfortunately didn't realize at the time was that the cost would be very, very large. And in retrospect, I could also see my own anxiety on the issue because LUMI it was just starting out. And I really didn't think that anyone, aside from me, really believed in it. But seeing the support people have given to it over the years, it makes me like hope a little more that the next crowdfund will go well and we'll be able to finish the pilot.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, so I have a little bit of a statement, question, if you will. Let's just say someone, hypothetically, offered you a sponsorship, but the product may have radioactive properties. Would you still take it?
I would take that sponsorship if it meant radiation poisoning, as long as it meant that my crew got to be happy, in regards to that sponsorship. If that offered money towards them, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. C-Taps! So, where do you think the government is hiding Alf? He escaped once and then vanished.
I don't know anything about the government. If any government officials are watching, I had nothing to do with this. I was not here.
Reasonable. How can we support LUMI right now?
Spreading the word or signing up to our launch page. We're still debating on a good month to launch, but it may either be in the late quarter of 2024 or early 2025. We also have a very small merch shop with an array of items like t-shirts or stickers or even a little LUMI plush. You can find it at latgbg.store. You can also join the Discord. We also have a Patreon. That is just patreon.com/Starteas or kofi.com/Starteas that you can help support. But yeah, that's how you can support LUMI.
Oh, you had me at plushies. Gimme. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Any parting words for our great big audience? Better make them good, cause this will be online forever.
Yeah, if there's any parting words I want to give, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for supporting LUMI in the Great Big Galaxy. This is something that I never in my life thought I ever get the opportunity to do. And even though it's been a very long journey with a lot of stumbling and a lot of learning, I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I really hope you'll continue to support me and the crew's endeavors and what we have planned for the future. Thank you so much for being here all these years. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough.
What mysteries lie throughout our galaxy? The spiritual, the cryptic, the macabre. Some say it's nothing but conspiracy. Humans? Really?
Can't say you didn't try, see?
But what lurks beyond the stars may surely surprise you.
Was I not supposed to clap?
Look, Tabs, a little less snark and a little more appreciation for going above and beyond to get us the funds to run the show would be appreciated. Yes, the studio is falling apart, but can we really blame that on our beloved sponsor, Mirror Cream? It's helped so many people, and just because we're experiencing some weird side effects doesn't mean we shouldn't be grateful to the company for helping us out. Totally unproven! Our sponsors are also the one who will buy you a new clipboard, so maybe just buck up there, buddy. Well, folks, it's that time in our show for our musical guest.
Can I introduce them?
Of course, mysterious voice I've never heard before.
Everyone, Jakeneutron!
Can't stand another second not hearing your voice. Remind me, baby, I should know. Don't wanna overthink it. I'm smitten out by choice, and I'm trying so hard to go slow.
When I really hear what you're saying, ooh, you got me here hoping and praying.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have this week on Animation Station. Join us again next week if I'm hopefully not in the hospital from radiation poisoning. Good night!